So with the holiday season upon us, there has been no shortage of opportunities for people like myself to review various products that would be considered good gift items for the holiday season. One of those opportunities came in my inbox a couple of weeks ago from the people who represent Hamilton Beach, asking if there were various kitchen items that I'd be interested in reviewing. Now, I say that not because I accepted their offer, but one of the items that they were trying to get people to look at was a new coffee maker that they had available this season. It is known as a FlexBrew. It is a coffee maker that can do both carafe, 12-cup carafe pourings, as well as an individual 1 cup at a time sort of pouring. And that drew my interest because only a week before had I decided to purchase that very same unit on my own. So with that said, I thought, you know what, I have this unit because I needed a new coffee maker and I wanted that flexibility. And since Hamilton Beach was looking for people to review it, well, I thought, hey, might as well do it anyway. The good part about this is I'm going to give you a fair and honest opinion. And I said this has not been given to me. I don't have any pay from Hamilton Beach. So I'm going to give you my full, open and honest opinions on this FlexBrew coffee maker. So how does this all work? Well, it's a two options in your FlexBrew here. The left side, if you're brewing a regular pot of coffee, this is your 12-cup glass carafe. It's pretty straightforward and standard. You have 2 flavor settings. You've got bold and regular. Bold will just keep the water with the grounds a little bit longer, producing a stronger flavor profile. But what I think is interesting with this particular unit is the FlexBrew part, where if you just wanted to brew, say, a single cup instead of 2 or 4 or 12. And with the system on the right-hand side, what it is you would, on the platform here, you would mount a regular mug, or you could detach this if you had a thermal travel mug you could place there, and you could brew 1 cup at a time. On the back here, there's actually 2 water reservoirs in the system. There's a single reservoir for the large carafe, as well as where you would place your paper cone. It's the flat style type of filters that you would want. You can use a universal, or preferably use ones that are either for recycled paper or bamboo, because they're not bleached and better for the environment. But also on the single side, you have a different water reservoir that holds up to 14 ounces. And that's basically about as large as you'll get with a personal travel mug or a ceramic mug. And inside here, there's a single system here. Now, there's 2 ways you can brew the 1 cup. If you have the coffee pods like the Keurigs and such, there is a system where it's adaptable for pretty much any of the individual coffee pod options out there. You would stick it in here, and there's a nozzle here that punctures the foil on top. You bring it in and it automatically brews. If you don't want to use that, there is a universal filter instead, and you can fill this. This is what I typically do. You can fill it with individual coffee grounds, and again, you would just basically, you could then compost the grounds afterwards. You clean it. It's a little messier, but again, there's less environmental footprint. You put it in, and then you select, and just like you would with the carafe, you can have it in the single setting. You can brew it for bold, or you can brew it for regular, and you take your pick. So it gives you some options, but how does it taste? And that's something we got to check next. Okay, so to test out the single brew, I have taken a coffee mug and I have filled it pretty much close to the top with water, or at least the level I would want it to. That's how I measure it. I don't know about how many ounces this would be, but I know get it close to the top. And you pour it into the individual reservoir, trying not to spill. This turns out to be almost 14 ounces. And I place it down here, and now I'm going to not use a Keurig or anything like that. I'm going to use basic regular coffee grounds into the universal filter, which there is actually a maximum level here you want to bring it to, and I'm pretty much at the top. So I close it up, lift open the lid, and I seal it up, close that, move that aside. I like a bolder flavor, so I'm setting it to the single, and I'm putting it on a bold. And then it's a simple matter of press, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the brewing process is done. For a single cup, it took about 3 to 4 minutes to get done. I was watching it, basically the water was heating up, and once it finally got to a heated point, it was starting to mix, and then it started to pour. Once it started pouring, it only took a minute or so. Now, it's just done, and just to see the temperature of the coffee, as you can see, it's freshly brewed. I'm just going to give a temperature to see how hot it turns into. And I'm coming up with, that is about, just about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot coffee. I'll do the conversion and put it up to you in Celsius for those in a metric system like me, but 160 Fahrenheit, and I'll put a little cream and sugar because that's how I drink my coffee in there, and we'll give you an option on the taste or my thoughts on the taste. Okay, so I've brewed the coffee. I've got some cream and sugar in there. Time for the little taste test. You know, it's not bad. I set the bold setting for mine because that's the way I prefer it. And while it's not the strongest coffee I've ever had, probably not as strong as, say, a French press, it's pretty good overall. I think with this coffee maker, I like the flexibility of the fact that not only can you brew a full pot or just a single, but I like the idea that you can use the K-cups if you want to, but in my case, I prefer to use the grounds myself and compost them. It's better for the environment that way. But overall, this is a coffee maker that if you are someone who has that lifestyle where some days you want to sit around and brew a pot, or other days you just want something quick and on the go, or if you know someone you're shopping in a gift for who matches that situation, this is not a bad choice overall. I'm actually not unhappy that I bought it. I've enjoyed it so far. I've had it now for about 4 weeks, and I've used it, both the carafe and the individuals, quite often. In Canada, where I am, it retails, I believe, for about $110, $120. You could probably find it on sale at various times, and I'm not sure what it is costing in other markets or countries, but certainly if you're interested in it, this FlexBrew, go take a look. It might make a good Christmas gift. Well, that's it for this unbiased and unpaid for review. I'm Eric Novak. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. There's plenty of ways for you to keep connected with me, so check out some of my social media links, suggested videos, and I'd really love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel.